purpose of this video is to provide you with a quick overview of Fugro's PXMapper software, our oblique viewing and measurement tool. When you first come into the login page, you'll see that you have a section to enter your username and your password. And simply enter that and hit login. And that's going to take us directly to our oblique viewing software. So when you first come into the screen here, it presents an oblique image in your main view window. This is what we call our main view. And this view can simply be panned around by clicking on your left mouse button and just dragging it in any direction that you want to go. This is a frame viewer, so when you want to get to the next frame, it automatically pulls in the next frame for you. We're trying to provide a seamless experience here, so typically you won't even see the frame, and it'll just bring in that next frame as you get to the edge of the current frame. Some navigation tools up here. Right now that we have, we're looking north, so we have a compass that shows the view direction. If we want to switch view directions, we have a couple options where we can either turn the view left using this button, or we can turn it right using this button. So let's just turn it right, and you'll see that right now we're actually looking east, in the east direction, as according to our compass. We want to get back to the north view, we simply turn left. Again, we're looking north again. It's again to spin around an object, spin around your view, basically the center of your screen, 360 degrees. You can just keep clicking these buttons here to do that. We also have an option in the center of this toolbar here to actually view ortho imagery, nadir straight down imagery that's available for the project. Click on that. It'll switch right to your ortho view, and this view is similar to the oblique views, where you can again pan it by clicking and dragging your left mouse button across the screen. Again, if you want to zoom in, you can typically most mouse have a middle mouse wheel button, so a scroll wheel. Scroll in and out using that to zoom. If your mouse doesn't have that ability, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner here we have a plus and a minus sign button to simply click on the plus to zoom in, click on the minus to zoom out. So to switch back to your oblique view, you just click on one of these turn left or turn right buttons, and that brings you right back to the oblique view. Right below this navigation bar here, we have a button here for metadata. We click on that. That gives you a project name, the frame ID that we're looking at currently, the view direction that we're looking at, the lat long of the geocenter of the image, the date it was flown, the view angle, and as well as the image resolution. And to close that, you simply just click on the button again, the eye, and it hides it. Since we're looking at the upper right corner of our software application, might as well talk about the track your location button. You see my mouse on right here. This is something that if you enable it, it will ask you if you have permission, if the application, Chrome or whatever Internet Explorer interface you're using has permission to track your location. Imagery has to exist for the project area for this tool to work. So if I click on it now, I'm not in the project area, so it says access.fugro.com wants to know your location. I'm going to click allow. But since I am not actually in the field, what we did with this tool is basically to provide users with an iPad or a mobile device that are in the field and want to go to the exact location of where they're at. It'll do that. But since I'm not in the field right now, I'm not in this project area, it's not going to track me. But it's a very handy tool. Again, if you're trying to make measurements in the field and want to go right to where you're at, just click on that button and enable it. Also here, there's a button here to search by address. So if you know the street address of a particular location, you can key that in and it'll take you to that address if it finds it in the database. This button here, don't really have to pay too much attention to it. Just provides you with an info window if there's some activity that's running on the server. You'll see that this is it'll be in process. Maybe you're performing some graphic operations, and it's sending the measurements back to the server. This is just going to let you know that there are measurements, or there's some activity on the server that you may need to wait for the process. Over in the lower left corner of the screen, we call this our reference map, and this map can be expanded by grabbing these buttons on the upper portions of the map, or on the corner here. You can make it as large as you want. And again, if you want to zoom in, you can use your scroll wheel to zoom right into your location. And it provides you basically an outline of the oblique image that you're looking at, as well as this red box here that provides an overview of the actual real estate of the frame that you're looking at. So this red box right now, I'm looking at this falling within the bounding box of my main view. If I zoom in, you're going to see that red box gets a little smaller. Again, just to give you a frame of reference to pinpoint your location within that frame. This reference map is also handy where you can zoom out and you want to quickly get to, say, the other side of your project area. You can just say, look, I want to go to here, zoom in there, and there's this sync button here, so I can sync my reference map to my oblique imagery. Click on that, and it'll take you right to that location within your project. I can also close this reference map if it's getting in the way. We just click on this little globe here, and I'll go into this in more detail in a separate video. But along the left-hand side of our screen, we have all the measurement tools, so we can activate these tools, draw points by clicking on them, draw a line, horizontal lines, draw vertical lines, make vertical measurements, draw polygons on the imagery, draw facades on the sides of buildings. We can also make some more advanced measurements. We have this draw 3D polygon tool, draw 3D line, that again, I'll get into more detail on those tools and their uses in a separate video. So this concludes our overview of the PXMapper software tool. Thanks for listening.